Hi Leos, how are you? Welcome back. I know I'm a little late with your August readings, so excuse me for that. But here I am, and this is your reading. And without further delay, let's begin. Okay. So for the first part of the month, Leos, we have Ace of Pentacles reversed. Okay, well, it's not bad, but it's not good either. So something's really not going the way you want it to go. King of Cups in reversed. Okay, somebody's being a little bit immature. Maybe somebody's not seeing how you wanted to see the Magician. In reversed, somebody's being a trickster. Somebody's really telling you what you want to hear, but really it's not the truth. And ooh, we have the Ace of Wands. I like that. A new beginning, a really passionate start. Nine of Cups, perfect, beautiful. With the Six of Wands in reversed. Well, I don't like that one. And then the oof. Okay, Leos. Well, what can I say? What can I say? Okay. Another love reading. I feel for some of you, this is definitely going to be a relationship based. You know, very, very important. Well, start with the Ace of Pentacles reversed with the King of Cups in reversed and then the Magician in reversed. I feel for some of you really wanted from, and this is coming from the month of July, even a couple of months prior. There was a person in your life that you really wanted something really concrete to happen, and you know, maybe you just wanted to, like, you saw something with them. You really saw that there's a potential. You really saw that they could be somebody that you you know, see a life together, a long-term relationship. But unfortunately, they proved themselves to be immature. They're not on the same level as you are emotionally, and you know, intellectually too. I feel for some of you, Leos, this person just was pretending to be something that they're not, and then really saying, well, not only that, but like showing themselves as somebody that's ready and having the right tools, having the right resources, but in fact they didn't, you know. And for others of you, this might have to do with like maybe a project or work situation that you really wanted to happen, but it just wasn't happening because there's somebody that, again, like was promised you in the world that yeah, we'll do it, yes, I can do this, I have the resources, I have the money, I have the investments, I have all of the investors lined up, all we have to do is just sign this and then let's get going. Well, it wasn't the case. It really wasn't something that worked out. So in the first part of the month, I feel you're really feeling a little bit, you know, disappointed, I would say the word to be. And also kind of feeling almost you're pulling back emotionally, like, well, why should I even invest in somebody like this, or why open up again to somebody? So you really feel like, you know, because you're so disappointed at things how they worked out in the end of July, that you're like now reassessing, well, I mean, can I even trust anybody now? Can I even open up my heart and my soul to anybody else? Like, what if they're gonna trick me again? What if they're gonna lie to me again? You know, can I do that? But you know what, Leos, you can, and you will, because there's definitely a new start for you, and it's something that's gonna happen like this, where you didn't even expect it. It's gonna be out of the blue. It's gonna be around the 7th of the month. Well, or I guess with tomorrow and the 7th. I'm recording today is the 6th. So the 7th at the end of the month, I would really expect a really shift in your mood and in the situations around you, that you really will see things turning around and really you gaining that energy back. You being more like excited, motivated, something that you hear, something that you see, or something that somebody tells you, or even like it's something that within that sparks like this creativity, this joy. Like, oh, I know what to do now. Like, I know, like, hey, look, things haven't worked out in the past, but you know what? I'm putting that in the past, then I'm moving on. Now, the other thing to say about the moving on, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. You know, like we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Well, this is I feel for some of you, it's still really hard for you to let go of that because you have 3 aces, 2 in reversed, 1 in upright. I think for you, I really feel for some of you, this was a really bad situation where you've really been taken advantage of emotionally in a relationship by someone, but you're still so attached to them. You still want to be with them, Leos. Because, like, really, you're not ready. You're not ready for new commitment. You're not ready to move on. You're not ready to let go of that person yet. So that's what I was saying. Like, even if you're not ready, but you still deep down, you're still, like, excited and passionate about love, about, loving somebody and, having that back and somebody with passion. For some of you, maybe you might just have, like, yes, in your heart, you might still be attached to that person, you might still be thinking about them, but at the same time you might still be going out on dates and hooking up and having like a one night stand, which is fine. That's totally okay. But there's definitely something inside you that there's still a spark and a joy, that keeps you moving. And then also in the middle, and when you have the Moon in reversed and then the 3 of Wands in reversed, I feel for some of you Leos, this is more has to do with like certain things will come to light, and I think it has to do with the situation from the beginning of the month, also that has to do with what happened in July or prior months too. Something will come to light, and you will almost like, well, it's good that I didn't push forward with this. It's really good that I didn't make any other moves, like forward moves, because it really will prove that it wasn't worthwhile for you. And for some of you, you might hear news about something that you invested in a while back, and then finally you hear the results, and it might not be like really quite in your favor, but that's okay, because moving into the end of the month, we have the 9 of Cups. Somehow everything works out at the end. Somehow it's because like you have these like, I would say it's almost like a reading for a Gemini. It's like you have the twins, right? One is experiencing one thing, the other one experiencing another thing, but they all coexist in this one person, all at the same time. So I feel like it's either a reading that involves a lot of people, a lot of different situations. For some of you, it has to do with work. For some of you, it has to do with money. And it plays out very differently. And then relationships, it plays out differently for all of you. And that's why I'm getting all these different messages. But consistently, I'm getting like, you know what? Like, no matter how things are working out, how shitty they are, like, and how maybe you get disappointed, like maybe you really, really like this person, but it just didn't work out. But you're still excited. You're still keeping that faith, and you're still keeping that fire going of like, you know what? I'm really passionate about it. This is something I really, really, really want, and no matter what, I'll take whatever I'll do whatever it takes for me to attain that. And you will. But it's going to be a process too, because we have the 6 of Wands in reversed with the Ace of Cups. So if you're pursuing a new relationship, it might not go in your favor, but it has a reason why not. I feel like this might not have been your person, or maybe because you're really stuck on the person from the past that you haven't let go of, there was something that hasn't worked out. Maybe there's something still unsaid. Maybe there's something still to be said. Maybe there's something to finish. Maybe there's just something to talk, like I don't see, it's weird because I don't see a lot of sword cards, and that's the one that would make me think about like, yes, let's just talk about this, let's just I want to hear your perspective, and I want you to hear my perspective. I think it's really for you Leos, this is very deep, because it's like I feel like you're really not able to let go of things not working out. I think you're really not able to let go, not only that, but you're not able to trust that it's possible to happen again. And then that's why I think you were so stuck in the past. I think that's why you're so stuck on this either one person or one situation that is making you feel like, that you can't let this really develop and really for you to meet new people. So I think for you Leos, this is going to be a month of dealing with the past, really dealing with the past, and really, taking a look at how things played out, and what part did you play in this? And not only that, but I would really, because this is a card of thoughts, and this is a card of like our own mental processes, right? But it's also a card of words. And then this is to me the card of, you have 2 sixes as well. So you're really not able to put that behind you to move forward. There's definitely a need there's a need of a big shift. There is a need of a change of some sorts to put that finally behind you, because you are ready to start something new, but somehow you're still stuck in the past, still stuck on that it hasn't worked out. So try to let that go. If you need to talk it out, because I do feel like there was some sort of conversation, maybe around the 12th or maybe before the 15th of the month anyway, that you will be addressing the situation, and then you will find certain things about it that will put more light onto why it hasn't worked out, and that will help you hopefully move forward and move past this, into something new. But because you're ready, you are ready. So let me pull an oracle card for you and see what's the additional message for your love life. Children. So whatever it is, it could be maybe the stuff that's keeping you from not moving forward. It is children. Maybe the two of you have children and you have to deal with splitting the custody and stuff like that. Or maybe it's something to do that you weren't able to get pregnant, and that was putting a really, really big block on the future you two can share together, because there is passion. I can sense there is a lot of passion in the relationship or in that relationship, but it's just somehow it's really being blocked by the thought of children, or by your children, or either maybe lack of children. You know what I mean? So whatever the case might be, or it could also be, it has to do with maybe you lost the innocence, maybe you lost that, like, how giddy we get when we start something new, and then children, when they see something they haven't seen before, they get really excited, they get like really curious about something. So maybe you lost that curiosity, that you need to gain that back. Maybe this is what it's all about. But whatever the case might be, Leos, I think it's going to be an important month to review old issues, and really put an end to them, because there is a need, a strong desire to move forward, but you can't move forward until you put the past in the past, and until you resolve issues that has been holding you back. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, Leo, and I hope you deal with whatever issues come up, and if not, don't throw them under the rug. Take them out and deal with them. Okay, I'll leave you with that. Good luck, and I'll see you in September. Bye.